Hello, my name is Ken Wilson, and I'm coming to IATEFL Slovenia in March to give a talk entitled Reducing Fear, Increasing Confidence, How to Reach Students Who Think that Learning English is an Ordeal. I've been working in English language teaching for 50 years now, and for the last 25 of those years, I've mainly been writing course materials. And during that time, I've been very fortunate to watch other people teaching. Mainly non-native speaker teachers. I don't like that expression, but to indicate the kind of people who've had me in the back of the classroom watching them and have often been extremely alarmed at that thought. So a big thank you to all the teachers who allowed me to come into their class. And I tried to thank them by taking part of the class for them as well. And I've been overwhelmed by the wonderful classes that I've seen. But there's one thing that I noticed in the classroom situation, which was that there is a lot of students who really get anxious about being in the classroom learning English. And it's a particular anxiety in the classroom is a general problem, but I think it's more of a problem when you're working in a foreign language. Because if you're in a classroom studying chemistry or geography and the teacher asks you something, at least you understand the question, even if you don't know the answer. So that the anxiety can often be because the students simply don't understand what's going on in the classroom. Now, if a teacher was a little bit harsh and disciplinarian and unsmiling, you could understand that anxiety can be created quite easily in a situation like that. But in fact, I've noticed that there's anxiety even when the teachers are kind, sympathetic, and thoughtful. And why could this be? I think part of it is that those same students like the teacher very much and don't want to disappoint them. So over the years, I've looked at what it is that sometimes creates this level of anxiety amongst the students. And one thing quite clearly is that some students don't react very well if the lesson is very grammar oriented, particularly if the teacher starts off by saying, "Good morning, class. Today we're going to talk about the present perfect tense." Which may excite the teacher enormously. I think the present perfect tense is really interesting, but that kind of start, and I'm sure most people I'm just looking at this video wouldn't start like that, but there's other ways as well in which levels of anxiety can be quite hard because of the nature of the class itself. So I made a list of things which I think create anxiety. I also did a Facebook search of my friends, most of whom are teachers, and said to them, "Tell me something that you used to dread in class." And so these teacher friends of mine all had memories of things in class, aspects of the classroom situation, which made them nervous. And I put all these things together and I tried to devise some activities which might help you when you're working with students who have levels of anxiety based on the classroom situation, not based on your character, I promise. Anyway, that's what it's about. Looking forward to seeing you and see you in March.